Assalamualaikum everyone, welcome back to my channel and thank you for joining me again. Today I'm going to show you how I made this lamb stew, so stay tuned and watch how I make this. Right, that's 1 kilo of lamb meat. So what we're first going to do is add half a cup of, that's half a cup there, of all-purpose flour, and I'm gonna mix it in together. Make sure all the meat has been covered. I did a video a few months ago with the beef stew, and because it wasn't actually made for YouTube, it didn't show how much of what I put in or explain properly step by step, so I thought I'll do another one. I'm in the mood for having stew again anyway. So that's been covered, and what we're going to do now is fry that in oil. So we've got this pan, heavy pan, and we're going to heat it up. After it's heated up, we're going to add about 2 tablespoons of oil. Now that the oil's been heated up, we're going to add in the meat. And we're going to do them in batches so we know they're fully cooked. So we're going to fry them like this until they've turned white for a few minutes. And it's going to stick at the bottom, but that's what we want. That brings out all the flavour. As you can see, they're starting to stick at the bottom, but you know, these bits, they're going to kind of burn, stick at the bottom, they're going to brown, and this makes the gravy. And that's what makes the stew what it is, the flavour. So you're gonna wait for all the lamb from pink colour to brown. And whilst the meat is being cooked, we're gonna slice up 2 small onions or 1 medium one. And set them aside. As you can see, these are browned up, so I'm going to transfer them to a bowl. And I'm going to add the second batch in. So with about 1 kilo of meat, you're going to be putting them in 3 batches. Oh, and I forgot to mention, you're going to be cooking them in low heat. So whilst they're being cooked, I'm going to mash up the carrots now. So I'm going to first peel the skin. I'm using 3 medium carrots, medium sized, and I'm only gonna blend them, mush them up, because my kids don't like carrots or any kind of veg apart from potato, so they won't be able to see them, but they'll enjoy the flavour. So I'm going to chop them up first into small pieces before I put them in the blender. A stew won't be a stew without the carrots, so keep that in mind. So if you don't like carrots, if you like carrots, keep them as chunks like this, otherwise just blend it, but it's absolutely necessary to put carrots in. So now the meat's been done, I'm going to transfer it into the plate with the others. I'll mash up the carrots in a bit. As you can now see, it's stuck to the bottom. Don't worry, that's going to come off when all the juice is going. So onto that we're going to add about another tablespoon of oil, and we're going to bang in the onions. I'm going to saute it for a minute or so. And now we're going to put the heat up to about a medium. And we're going to add in your desired amount of salt. Now after about a couple of minutes or so, I'm going to add in about 2 tablespoons of tomato puree and a tablespoon of chilli powder, just because I like it spicy. But that's optional for you. You don't have to put chilli in. It's still just as good. And we're gonna mix it like that for a couple of minutes. It's been a few minutes now, so now we're gonna add in the meat with all the juices still in there. Give it a mix. And to that I'm gonna add in about a tablespoon of garlic granules. Worcester sauce. I don't know how you pronounce that, but and some dark soy sauce. You can use light if you like. And mix again. Can you see how it's browning or burning at the sides and the bottom? You're going to add in the stock now, and that's all going to vanish. So to that we're going to add in 1 chicken stock. You can use vegetable stock or beef stock. And we're going to add about 3 to 4 glasses of water. Now we're going to reduce after it starts bubbling, we're going to reduce the heat to low and let it cook for about an hour or so, covered. So whilst we're waiting for the liquid to bubble, we're going to blend in the carrots. Add in a slight bit of water. completely mushed up, chunks will do like this, because it's gonna soften up in the stew anyway. And there we go, that should do it. So you can put that aside and wait for the after about another hour or so, we're gonna add that in. So what we're gonna now do is peel 3 potatoes, medium-sized potatoes, and we're gonna cut them up in cubes. I would usually prep them before I start the cooking process, but these days I'm going with the flow. I'm keeping them quite small into bite size, like so. You can keep them bigger. The stew's almost bubbling now, starting to bubble, so now these have been cubed into this size. We're going to soak them in water so they don't brown. As it has started bubbling, we're going to turn the heat to low, and we're going to cover it up, and we're going to leave it cooking for about an hour. So see you later. Hiya, I'm back. It's been about an hour now, so you see how it's cooking up. It's reduced quite a lot, so we're gonna add in our veg now. So we're gonna bang in the potatoes and the mushed carrots. Give it a good mix. Right, to that now we're going to add in about a tablespoon of thyme. I'm using the dried thyme today. And we're going to add in about a teaspoon of oregano. I'm adding the dry ones today so we don't have to pick them out afterwards. It tastes just the same as the fresh ones. And at this point you're going to check if you put enough salt in. If you haven't, you need to add some more. You can do so now. That was perfect. Now you're gonna cover it up again and let it simmer on low heat for a further hour. Personally, I cook the stew today and I have it late in the evening or the very next day because I reckon it tastes a whole lot more better the following day. But you can have it straight away, still good, but I prefer it having it the following day. Right guys, it's been roughly about 45 minutes now and our stew is done, so I've turned the heat off and I'm going to let it cool down and it will thicken after it's cooled down. So here we go guys, our lamb stew. So if you like what you saw, comment, subscribe, share, and if there's anything you want me to cook, then comment down below. So until next time, bye.